Our question reads, the sum of 9, 2, and a number amounts to 14. Find the number. Let's go ahead and break this down into very small bites and make sure that we understand the terminology of the question. The sum. It tells us that the sum. When we see the word sum, we know that it means addition. The question then reads, the sum of 9, 2, and a number. A number tells us that it's the one thing we don't know about, so we want to go ahead and give that our variable. In this case, we're just going to assign it as x. It's some unknown number, and that's what we're going to solve for. All right, so the question is, the sum of 9, 2, and a number amounts to. When we see the word amounts to, we know that that means equals. Or we use an equal sign there. The sum of 9, 2, and a number amounts to 14. So it looks like we've determined what all of the terminology is, and now we can go ahead and write it. So the sum of 9, 2, and a number amounts to 14. And that's how we set that up. Now we want to solve. The first thing we want to do is combine like terms, and in this case, on the left side of the equation we have 9 plus 2. We know that 9 plus 2 is 11. And now we have an equation that reads 11 plus x equals 14. Our goal here is to get our variable all by itself on one side of the equation. In this case, we're going to leave the variable x all by itself on the left side of the equation. We are adding 11 to the x right now, so in order to do the opposite operation to get x all by itself on that one side of the equation, what we want to do here is subtract 11. When we do that, 11 minus 11 leaves us with nothing, and that, in fact, leaves us with x all by itself on one side of the equation. But because this is an equal sign here, that tells us that whatever we do to one side of the equation, we always must do the same to the other side. So because we have subtracted 11 from the left side, we also must subtract 11 from the right side. And when we do that, we have 14 minus 11, and that gives us 3. So we've solved for the unknown. Now we'd like to check our work. So if we take our x and we plug it back into the equation, we have 9 plus 2 plus 3 equals 14. 9 plus 2 plus 3 does equal 14. And 14 does equal 14, so that is our check. So we know that our final answer is x equals 3.